What's up, modifiers? Today we're going to be doing something really sweet to this truck, and it's something you can do to any vehicle, car, truck, maybe even a motorcycle. Not really sure. I mean, I guess you could, but let's get to it. We got a package to unravel. Okay, guys, here it is right here. You'll have to excuse the mess. We got a lot going on in here between the AMG going back together and then the stuff we're doing to this truck. So we have right here, as you guys might know, maybe you've ordered from them before, is a package from Super Bright LEDs. Now, not everything in this package came from them. This right here actually came from Amazon. This brand of lighting right here, these light bulbs, I've had really good success so far. I had them in my 3rd gen, never had any problems with them, like some of the cheaper ones that might end up going out prematurely. We've also already got them in the 3rd brake lamp of the 4th gen as well. And these are really good LEDs, guys. I believe these are your typical T10 connector, which is what those Dodge trucks and a lot of Mopar and cars in general take, and that's what we're going to be putting into the interior. Now, I know what you're thinking. Interior lights might not be the most exciting thing in the world, guys, but really, I just want you to see how much of a difference it makes from the old incandescent light bulbs that we have in it now. I mean, this is one of the first mods I like to do to a truck or any car in general, just because it changes the look so significantly. Also, there's going to be something that's going to be getting done on the truck that I'm going to talk about at the end of the video that's going to really, well, the LEDs are really going to stand out. So the box from Super Bright LEDs, the only thing we really got from them was this right here. This right here is what you need for the rear dome light. Now, whether it's a 2nd gen all the way up to a 4th gen, this is the same type of light bulb you need. And, you know, there's the numbers right there. Other than that, though, guys, I had some light bulbs from Super Bright LEDs before, and they ended up going out kind of prematurely. They were the T10 types. So ever since then, I go with these right here. And like I said, I'll leave a description or a link in the bottom of the description of the video. So you can go there and click that and go straight to Amazon and get you some of these. And like I said, these can go just about in any vehicle that takes a T10 type connector. Now, also in this box, this is your old type of light bulb. This is your old T10, and I think there's actually another name for them too. These are the incandescent lights, and these are really dim, and they just suck compared to the LEDs, and you'll see in here in a second. And then also, I've already have one of the covers off of the dome light, or the map lights up front. And really, I actually wanted to go through and modify this one a little bit, because this plastic piece right here was a little bit bent outward, so this was actually really kind of loose in there. I guess maybe somebody's changed the light bulb in there before, but either way, what I did is I took a little heat to it, just enough, and I actually bent that back, so hopefully that'll snap back together and work really good. So with one of these kits, it comes with about 10 bulbs, and you'll see in here, you just kind of, they give you this nice bag with the bulbs. You see one already falling out there. They give you this nice bag with the bulbs, you know, so if any electrostatic, you know, stuff touches it, it's supposed to protect the bulbs. It's an electronic bag, basically, which is, you know, kind of nice. And then also what's really cool is each box you get this little plastic screwdriver that really helps with prying out the light bulbs. Now, with these Dodge Ram trucks, these are kind of limited. You kind of need something smaller to get in there with. And I've just been using the smaller steel flat blades and just being really careful with them as far as taking out the old incandescent bulbs. So you don't really want to bust those and get glass everywhere. Now, like I said, each one of these boxes come with 10 bulbs inside of it. And these bulbs are used, basically it's the main bulbs used in the interior of this truck. So one box should be enough bulbs for this whole truck. We have 2 in the map lights, 2 in the Ram box, and of course we have 2 Ram boxes, so that makes 4. And lastly, guys, we have one up in here, right there, in this little top console, or this little top glove compartment in the truck. I also looked here in this one, and I did not see a light in the bottom box, so I guess it does not. Now, a couple things worth mentioning is, this truck is a 2012, and on some of the late model 4th gens, they have more lights in them. I think new ones may have footwell lights in them, which this one does not. And then also under the back seats, I think they actually had some light bulbs in them in the newer truck. So just go through and count up your light bulbs and make sure you have enough. Also, these light bulbs will work in the license plate lights as well. I'm not going to be putting any in there just because I don't like how bright they are. I'll probably go with some a little bit dimmer, but they do look really good in your 3rd brake light, which we do have in there already. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed yet, but when I was showing the dome light up there, you see that my rear view mirror is missing, and that's for a good reason. Like I was saying earlier, putting these LEDs in are going to be really helpful with, say, when you have less visibility or less light coming into the cab. If that's, you know, a little bit of a hint of what's going to be here maybe in the next video, or what's going to be done in the next video, if you pick up what I'm saying. I think we're going to start off with probably the easiest light bulbs to change, and that's going to be in the RAM box. Now, not everybody has this, so I mean, I guess if you just want to see me put them in, or you don't want to skip to the rest of the video, it's up to you. But these are pretty easy to put in. Probably one of the easier light bulbs to put in the rest of the truck. Okay, so with some of these RAM box lights, you really don't even need a screwdriver. You've got a black little tab right there, and all you should really have to do is pop that up. Well, when you pop that up, that should release it, but it's a little bit stuck, so we're going to use the yellow plastic pry tool. Get underneath it. Pull it out, slide it sort of down as much as you can because it is wired in up there, and you kind of see what we got. Now you're going to go behind it and you're going to twist it like any other light bulb, and there you go. That's how you do it right there. Now while I'm here, I like to go ahead and clean the seal off a little bit. You don't have to do that, it just depends how dirty your truck is. But the bulb should come right out like so. And there it is. All right, now we have our new light bulb right here. It should sit like that. It doesn't sit as far in as the old ones, but it'll still work. And a good thing with these light bulbs, or one thing you want to do with these light bulbs, is you want to test them before you put everything back together, because they are the type of light bulbs, if you put them in wrong way, they won't light up and you'll have to reverse it. Okay, so it looks like we got it. As you saw, when I put the bulb in the wrong way, it didn't come on. That's why you want to test it before you do that. I believe now the word came to me, it's the polarity of the way the bulb's set up. It has to be put in a certain way. So remember that when you're putting that into anything, such as a third brake light or something that, you know, is pretty in detail, or whatever you have to put back together, always test it. Okay guys, so just like that, our RAM box looks awesome with these LEDs in it. I mean, you can really see the difference from earlier. I mean, these LEDs just really light it up. Okay guys, so we're all finished up with the RAM box lights. Some of the seals though on the housings, I guess it's the gasket that goes around it, you know, for the light bulb to the housing, was kind of dry rotted and broke off. But I think I may have a solution for that later. I'm just going to get some material and cut it and trace out another one, or one of the other gaskets, trace it out. And if I do that, I'll show you guys how that turns out. But for now, it's getting kind of dark out here, and it's probably a good time to get on to the interior of the cab lights. As you saw right there, what I used was this tool right here. I used one of these little metric scales, and what I did was, guys, is I went up through the back. So you've got this part up here. This is the part that's your button that when you push it comes on, and then back here are your hinges. And what I did is I went to the back and used this side of the metric scale, and I went in and I went up in there, kind of turned it sideways and pulled it down. So if you guys have one of these, this is by far the best tool, a lot better than the plastic tool, because you can't really even get that in there. Okay guys, so we're going to take this bulb out now. Alright guys, so we're going to be grabbing our last T10 here in the upper glove box, and that'll be all our T10s, and we'll just have to put in our dome light in the back. Alright guys, so that's going to be a wrap up on our LEDs. I mean, you can see in here alone, it's so bright in here, you know, I can film now. I mean, with those incandescents, wasn't going to happen. I mean, as you saw with the fronts, taking them out and everything, not too hard. With the back one, not hard at all, just get a screwdriver up in there. It's really easy, actually. You know, probably I'd say doing the LEDs in this truck was easier than the third gen. The third gen, the lights were a little bit weirdly shaped, so it's kind of harder to get in there with those. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for our LEDs. Like I said, guys, I still want to get the LEDs for the license plate, but these are a little bit too bright. I want to get some that are a little dimmer for those. As far as the tail lights go, and the headlights themselves, I've got actually different plans for those. But as far as the fog lights and then the reverse lights themselves, that's really the only thing left. It needs to go to LEDs, and this thing will be fully LED converted, which, you know, in my opinion, I think is awesome and should be the standard. So with all that in and everything said and done, make sure you guys go down to the description and click on the link and get you some of these T10 LEDs. As far as the dome light one in the back, I'll try to find the description for that one as well. But definitely for the price of these, I think they're pronounced AUXITO, A-U-X-I-T-O. I mean, for the price, you can't beat them, and I've found them to be really reliable. So I believe they're actually one of the top picks on Amazon. So go down to the description, get you some of those, and, you know, go to the comments while you're there. You know, let me know what you think. Is this a mod that's worth doing? I mean, is it worth the trouble? I mean, it's not very much money. It's not really that much trouble either. Is it worth it? Is this something you guys would do to your vehicle, or have you done it? Give me your thoughts. You know, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to respond to all the comments. Turn your subscription bells on, or turn your bells on for notifications, and subscribe. And that's probably going to be it, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, guys. So here are the sills I made. As you can see, here's an old one. This was one of the good ones. And then we had those few that broke off. I really had some material, and I just went and I kind of traced them out. And I cut it, you know, with a knife. And I'd say it came out pretty good. I mean, it matches the shape, you know.